Hello, everyone. This is Diana Asensio from the College of Science Advising Center. During today's advising mini-series, we'll be going over registration preparation. As part of the advising mini-series, we have 3 other workshops, so be sure to check those out. All right, today we will be going over the add drop and withdrawal periods, registration appointments, review and DPR, degree requirements, CPPConnect Planner, the advising chart, taking a term off and things to think about, and academic standing. All right, so in looking at fall 2021, which is a term that we will be focusing on, registration will begin April 5th through June 11th. You can view your specific registration appointment on your Bronco Direct Student Center. Your fees and due dates will also be posted on your Student Center. Be sure to pay attention to the deadlines so your classes are not dropped. The fall term will actually begin August 19th. The add drop period generally begins 2 weeks prior to the start of class and ends 2 weeks after the start of classes. The last date to add drop period is also the last date to drop classes without courses being recorded or staying on your record. After this point, no classes can be swapped, added, or dropped. Now let's move forward to the withdrawal from classes when no petition is needed. Generally, this session begins 2 weeks after classes have begun and lasts for about 2 weeks. After that, the withdrawal for serious and compelling reasons, you will need a petition to drop the class. And you will only be able to withdraw from the class for serious and compelling reasons. So something out of your control. And this generally begins 4 weeks after the term begins and runs all the way through the end of the term. Withdrawal for serious and compelling reasons, specifically for the WX or more so health or medical related reasons, will be available until the end of the term. Now, when we take a look at retroactive withdrawal, it's a little bit different than these because these you can withdraw from the class during the semester. Retroactive withdrawal is there for you to be able to withdraw from classes after the semester has ended, and you can do this for 1 year after the semester officially ends. So the biggest difference another big difference between these is that during the semester, you can pick and choose which classes you want to withdraw from. For retroactive withdrawal, you will have to withdraw from all classes that you had enrolled in for that specific term. You can also view deadlines on CPP Important Dates page on your Bronco Direct Student Center. Also, if you're unable to find these dates, be sure to check in with an advisor. We have our drop-ins where you can meet with a student and they can show you exactly what you see and how to use the tools that you all have access to. You can also schedule an appointment with an advisor through CPPConnect, or you can send us an email. Now, going into Bronco Direct, so how do you meet with an advisor? Here, I know that this page looks a little bit different than when it did maybe a couple of weeks ago, but everything is generally in the same area. So to view your enrollment appointment, you'll look down here, right underneath holds, your to-do list, there's gonna be your enrollment dates. Once you click this tab, it'll take you to a page that looks like this. Here you'll see your specific enrollment date and the add drop period times. Here you'll also see how many units you're able to enroll into. So the initial enrollment period, you will be able to enroll in up to 16 units. And then during the add drop period, you'll be able to go up to 18 units. If you need to add more than 18 units, you can meet with an advisor and discuss the possibility of submitting a petition to exceed unit cap. We've also gone over submitting petitions in one of the other web mini-series presentations, so you can also check that out if you would like. So preparation is key when registration comes around. So there is a new tool called the CPPConnect Planner. This allows you to plan for now until graduation. This will help you see an accurate picture of what your term by term will look like, and it is essentially a personalized roadmap you can edit. You can also view many different how-to videos that the Bronco Advising Center has posted. Also, CPP Connect has been updated, and your Bronco Direct also. So when you are adding or registering for classes this time around, it might look a little bit different. So if you ever get confused, you can always check in with an advisor. We also have drop-in hours where we have students that you can chat with. They use the same tools that are listed here, so they can definitely help you through and figuring out how to actually use the tools and register. So meeting with an advisor in the College of Science, you'll just want to search for the College of Science Advising Center. And then you'll want to click the first link, and then you'll want to select COVID-19 advising resources. Here you'll see a how-to video on how to actually use CPP Connect and how to make an appointment with us. When making an appointment with us, you'll want to select College of Science Advising Center. If you're not sure if you would be able to meet with us or if you should really be meeting with your faculty advisor, we do have the advising chart. So when you click that button, it'll take you to the advising chart where it'll tell you what advisor you should be meeting with. So for example, if you're in the bio department, you'll really want to look at the biology advising website. And to set up an appointment or have any questions answered, you can email bio_advisor@cpp.edu. All of this information is also sent out to your CPP email by your department. So always be sure to keep an eye out on your CPP email for important information. So what happens if you decide that you want to take some time off? Before going on, I do want to let you know that as college-specific advisors, we do not have access to your financial aid information. So I encourage you to always check in with the financial aid office or the Bronco Advising Center to see if your financial aid is or will be affected by becoming part-time or taking time off. The Bronco Advising Center also has drop-in hours, and they are available via email or phone every day of the week. So any students may stop out for one semester and still maintain continuous enrollment. A student who does not enroll or disenroll for 2 consecutive semesters breaks continuous enrollment and is no longer considered an active student. So for example, for the stop out, if the last time you were in classes was spring 2021 and you decide to not enroll into classes fall 2021, you must enroll into spring 22 to be considered an active student. A leave of absence is available to any student on good academic standing. This means you have to have a minimum of a 2.0 GPA. And you must also demonstrate the need to break continuous enrollment as part of planned educational program. Approval by the college is based on the significance of the leave in furthering your educational objective. This must be demonstrated as part of the request on the form. It'll also give you a space for you to write that in. The leave of absence must also be completed by the end of the term you are first absent in. So for the leave of absence, you can take up to 4 terms off. So for example, if the last time you were enrolled in classes was spring 2021, you can take fall 2021, spring 2022, fall 2022, and spring 2023 off, but you must return by fall 2023. Now, Good academic standing. So if for whatever reason you end up falling within the at-risk, low good standing probation or probation with contract, you will get a hold on your account. Earning grades C- or lower negatively impacts your GPA and can get you placed on academic probation or probation with contract, or also at risk, low good standing. You can view this chart, consider depending on what class level you are, how many units you've completed, the probation with contract threshold might change. For probation, it's always going to be if you are below a 2.0. At risk is any GPA between a 2.0 and a 2.2. Keep in mind that your CPP, your overall, and your major GPAs all must be above a 2.0 in order for you to not receive any of these holds. If you happen to fall within any of these standings, you will get a hold on your Bronco Direct and be asked to complete a Getting Back on Track Blackboard module. If you are an at-risk student, that's all you need to do, complete the at-risk module. If you are on probation or probation with contract, you will need to do an additional step and meet with Vanessa Lopez in our office. And she would be emailing you to set up an appointment. The Office of Student Success will also be hosting or has hosted different workshops on the grading options. So you can also check in on that. All right, let's go ahead and go over the poll questions. So where can you see your specific registration dates? So the best place to see it is your Bronco Direct Student Center. Yes, you can see it on these on the registrar's office and CPP important dates, but your specific date is going to be posted on your student center. Can you add or drop classes after the add drop period? This question is a little bit tricky. No, you cannot add or drop any more classes, but you can withdraw throughout the semester, but that's only going to be for special situations. And we encourage you to meet with an advisor before dropping any classes, especially if it might affect your financial aid. And then where can you see your degree progress? So Bronco Direct is also going to be the best place, since that's hopefully going to be the area that's going to have your all your classes completed with the check marks. You'll be able to see which classes you're missing with the red boxes and which classes you're working on or have in progress with yellow diamonds. Now, lastly, we encourage you to always stay in contact with us. Feel free to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. On YouTube, we have a bunch of how-to videos, so you can watch some videos to stay updated with us as well. You can also always email us at sci_advising@cpp.edu. We also have our drop-in hours that are posted on our website, like I showed you earlier. So always go ahead and make sure to stay in contact with us. All right, so we have one more question. So one of my transfer class have not updated yet, but the class is a prerequisite for a class I want to register for in the fall. Where can I ask for a permission code? So generally you would ask the department that offers that specific class for a permission code. So if you're trying to add a CS class, you would reach out to the CS department for a permission code. Since us in the advising center, we don't really have access to all of that information. If you don't know who to reach out to, you can always email us as well. And then Ashley also posted the department's contact information. So if you have any questions on who to contact, this page will give you the list of the department, their email, and their phone number if they're using it.
I can read this next question. Why does the summer course have Open University and what does it mean? I don't know if you wanted me to answer, you can.
Yeah, you can go ahead and answer, please. Thanks.
Okay, so summer courses, yes, we understand summer courses and summer registration has been a little complicated. There's a program called Summer Boost. Summer Boost is for freshmen in the fall 2019 or fall 2020 cohort. So if you started in the last 2 years and you need to finish some GEs off, you were asked if you were interested in joining a Summer Boost class. And so those Summer Boost classes are different because they're not actually offered through Open University. And so they're actually offered what's called stateside. And so what's happening is there's like a mix of combination of Open University classes and stateside courses, which essentially is just funding that's just a little different. And so if you're having issues with registration for summer, you can definitely reach out to the registrar's office or the Bronco Advising Center, and they'd be able to assist you with that. And so you can definitely reach out to those 2 offices.
Thank you, Ashley.
Yeah.
So someone else asked if fall 2021 will be online or in person. So the fall will be a bit of online and in person. So if a class is going to be a hybrid version, so it's going to have components that are going to be online and some in person, those are generally going to be the labs. You'll want to keep an eye out. So let's look at fall 2021 and we'll look at Kin classes. There's a couple of ways that you can look for classes to see if they're going to be in person or have that hybrid. So if there's a room attached to it, that's probably going to mean that it's going to be a hybrid. And then you'll want to look and click here. And right here, you'll see the instruction mode is going to be hybrid. And in the class notes, it'll state that some meetings will be held on campus and some will be online. So it's going to be really important for the fall for you to look at the class notes. The instructor for those classes will probably have more details later on in their syllabus as to what the class will actually look like.
I can read the other questions so you don't have to scroll, Diana. So the other questions we have are, if I have a class in person during fall, will I be able to stay on campus to do my other online classes or will I have to go home after?
So I believe that housing, if you are going to be staying on campus, that's going to be like you can definitely stay on campus. Oh, not how I don't think this question is housing.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. For the person that asked it, I don't know if you want to unmute yourself and kind of ask if it's related to housing or if it was a more specific or a different question.
I don't think the university will let you hang out at the university.
Yeah. As far as like maybe if this question was, but if it's a housing related question, you definitely want to consult with housing. So obviously, if you're living on campus and have been approved to live on campus and you have those arrangements made, then yeah, you'd be able to go back to your dorm room or suite and do your online classes. If this question is in regards to like library or like staying on campus, we haven't been given clear direction. And I think as you know, LA County in specific is continuing to move out of different tiers. I'm sure there'll be more information communicated to students as far as like maybe what offices might be open, such as like the library and things like that. But I think that closer to the fall term, you should be getting that information. Okay. And the other question we got was, will Open University still counts towards finishing my last GE?
Yes. So if you enroll just like you did, or just like you do every term, you'll want to make sure that your classes are listed on your student center. And if they are, um, you should be good. Another good indicator is if you go into your degree progress report and you see that that class is fulfilling that GE requirement and it's not falling to the area that currently says course is not used. If we don't have any other questions, let me just go through over here again really quickly. Again, this is going to be super important for you to look at. And then down here, you'll see our drop-in hours information, as well as the Bronco Advising Center. They have their contact information and their drop-in information. So the next question we have is when we'll be able to see fall registration dates, because I only see summer right now. So fall, I don't know actually if they told us any specific dates, but since fall is going to be opening up in early April, you could probably check back in late March for your specific appointment.
Yeah, they haven't given a specific date, but it's usually a day or two before priority registration starts. So the reason why you don't have a date listed is because summer is going on right now. So we can't have two enrollment windows open at the same time.
And again, if you have any questions that come up later on, feel free to reach out to us either through our social media and or through our email, and we'll be happy to answer any questions you have through there. And you can also always make an appointment with us through CPP Connect. Thank you so much for joining us today.